I used to see people on social media talk about how girls aren't funny.
Girls aren't funny. Yeah, that's true.
And I used to see that, and I used to think, hold on, I think I'm extremely funny. I know I'm extremely funny. So I saw that often, and I thought to myself, do you know what? One day I'm gonna let people know.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Esther Show. It's your girl Esther, the Nigerian queen. As always, guys, I'm joined today by the beautiful Hemah K. I'm gonna also let you introduce yourself.
So yeah, my name is Hemah K. I create content. I like to make people laugh. I write, I edit, I act, I do a lot of things, I guess.
Do everything.
Yeah, man.
How are you?
I'm good. Can't complain. Life is, what you make it. So you just have to make it good, and you should be okay.
That's all you can do, really.
Yeah, how are you?
How am I? London life,
right.
Just eating me every day.
Right.
I'm just managing. I'm struggling. I'm here.
You look great, though.
I'm alive.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. How was the journey as well?
The journey wasn't so bad. I know that a lot of people are stuck in traffic right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't take a Uber or a taxi, whatever. I just got on the train, so quick enough.
Yeah.
Here in good time.
Yeah. The
Can't say that
traffic
for
was
some.
Londoning as usual. So obviously, as we all know, you're a comedian.
Right.
A comedian. Is that what we should call it? Or is it?
I've
Is
never really fussed about how to say that.
Is it?
Yeah, no.
I would be like, no, I'm an actress, not an actor.
Do you know, I like the name. I like the word actress, but they actually stopped using the word actress because they said it wasn't. They now use the word actor for everyone. So an actor isn't just about being a man. It's they call a woman an actor as well or whatever. Oh. Even though I like the word actress, I think it sounds nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is it like to be more inclusive? Is that
yeah. So everyone's just called an actor now.
Oh, that's a bit weird. I think if someone called me an actor, I'd be like, I'm an actress. What are you doing? Like, stop that.
Yeah, I love the word actress, but the world says, actor for everyone. So it's like, okay,
just gotta go with what
gotta
the
go
word
with
says.
it.
So what got you into comedy? How did it even start? Because I think when I speak to a lot of comedians, a lot of them tell me they didn't actually plan to be a comedian.
Right,
They just started doing videos and people said they were funny and they were like, oh my god, I'm a comedian.
Right.
But what was the journey for you?
So again, I like most of the people you've spoken to, I never planned to do this. It just kind of came about. Before I was doing any kind of comedy, I was working as a presenter, radio and TV and stuff like that. And then when the pandemic happened, everything slowed down. So I just I was just on social media, on my stories, just being my usual self. I've always just been funny, innit? So I was just being my usual self, and then I decided to post it on my main page. Yeah. It went off, and then I just kind of kept on doing that. So I think I've been funny. I know I've been funny.
I know I've been funny. I've been that girl.
No, 'cause you know what? I have to say that just because I used to see people on social media talk about how girls aren't funny.
Girls aren't funny. Yeah, that's true.
And I used to see that, and I used to think, hold on, I think I'm extremely funny. I know I'm extremely funny. So
yeah,
I saw that often, and I thought to myself, do you know what? One day I'm gonna let people know. I didn't know how, but I was gonna let people know that I am a funny human being.
I love that energy. That's it. Who's gonna back you if you don't back yourself?
I mean, but do you know what I mean? Back yourself, but also have the proof there. You can't.
Yeah.
I've got the proof.
She said she got the results, baby. What you mean? She ain't funny. What you mean? You seen the stats?
Seen the stats.
No, I love that. And you know what I love about you the most? It's because your comedy is so relatable. It's like everyday stuff that you think, oh my god, that happened to me so many times, but you bring it to life, and I think that's what makes your comedy so good.
Thank you.
Because it's just oh, that happened to me yesterday.
Yeah, that's how I like to kind of keep it
simple.
Yeah. I don't like to exaggerate too tough and do things that don't happen, even though that's some people's kind of style of comedy and it works. But for me, I just kind of keep it to what I know to be true.
Yeah.
So that's how I work.
I hear that. Yeah. So like, how did you come up with your concepts? Because I actually used to do comedy. Well, I used to do like skits and stuff before back in the days. And like when I used to like come up with skits, I used to have like a massive notepad of ideas. And it would be like, oh no, that's rubbish, this is rubbish. And it would be like, I was actually, instead of kind of things happening and then writing it down, I would actually sit there trying to think of ideas all day.
Okay.
But I think everyone has their different way of like creating. What would you say your creating process is like?
I'm definitely something will happen and then I will think to myself, okay, cool, I need to make a joke out of that. And it normally takes me a long time. So some of the ideas I've had for years, and it's like I might have tried the first time, didn't really like it, left it, came back to it. So I do definitely experience things. I'll note it down somewhere, and I'll come back to it when God says it's time. So when
God said it's time,
it's time.
No, I love that. And I think that's the best way actually, because that's why it's so relatable, because it's something that's happened to you, and then you just bring it to life. No, I like that.
Thank you.
And what I do like as well, your hair.
Oh.
Yeah, I love the natural. Well, it's natural. It's your natural hair.
Right. So what are you talking about? In the skits or just in general?
No, just in general, like your look. Because I think most of us, we use wigs and stuff. Okay. Which I am tired. I am so tired of wigs. Right. I think, because I was looking at your pictures the other day and I was like, I really want this. I want this whole like natural hair look sort of thing. Right. Is there a weave in it? So
at first I had a pixie. So if you go back maybe like a year ago, you'll see my hair was quite short. I had I've had a pixie for years.
Yeah, you had a.
And then I started growing out my hair, and that in between a pixie and like a bob stage is really, really ugly, horrible. Yeah. So what I have now is I have like 2 tracks of hair, and then obviously like this is like my real hair on top. Yeah. So I just try to blend it in as well as I can, but I'm trying to just grow it out to a bob. But you know what I mean, I think I'll be there in maybe like another half year. We'll see how it goes. But I do like natural looking things.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think I saw a video when you had a weave and you're like, it looks like a helmet.
It felt like a helmet.
You're like, no, I'm taking it out.
It just feels so like, it felt like so strange to me. But the thing is, other girls know how to pull off certain things. And I think that one thing about understanding yourself is understanding that certain things may work for other people, but it might not work for you. Yeah. Certain makeup styles, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Exaggerated lashes. Yeah. You know, different eyeshadows, blah blah blah. That I'll see on other girls and think, wow, this looks amazing. I get my makeup down and I hate it. Yeah. I don't like looking not like me.
Not you. I hear that. Oh, okay. So in terms of like things like BBL, would you ever get a BBL?
No.
Or any cosmetic surgery?
No.
Boob job?
No.
Wow.
Do you know,
even if it was safe?
Do you know what? Back in the days, I never used to like my boobs, innit? Because they're small.
Yeah.
But I grew to love them. And I think that, and I'm really happy I grew to love them, because I really used to hate them. Like I would never let the guy I was seeing even see them. I'd keep my bra on during sex. Like that was a bit of me. But learning how to grow, like learning to love your insecurities is such a I can't explain it, because now I love my boobies, even though they're small, and you know what I mean. And I think God has blessed me with other things that I might have a bit of a bum, I might not have breasts, but I got this and I got thighs and I got this. So I work with what I've got. I'm happy with what I've got, and I don't want to. You know, I always have a feeling like if I go too far with something like a surgery or whatever, if it goes wrong, my mum would be so angry with me, because my mum loves my body. She's always telling me, Hemah, your body looks nice, this or that. Oh, so if I did something and then it didn't quite go my way, because do you know what I mean? Not everything is 100% safe. Yeah. So it's all right, I'll just stick with what I've got. Yeah. Yeah.
See, me, I would definitely do surgery. I think the only thing that's stopping me is my boobs. The fact that obviously you could die. Right. So the fact that it's not safe. Right. I think if it wasn't the case, I would definitely do. If you could do non-surgical, like breast augmentation, I would. Or like a non-surgical BBL that doesn't actually affect your body in any way. Because I think even the shots as well, they actually affect your tissues as well. So I think it's just the idea that it's not safe. I think that's the only thing stopping me. So I guess,
I mean, that's a good reason though to not do it, because at the end of the day, like when you see or hear of someone that has lost their life,
I know,
and have had left children behind and all that kind of stuff. Like I understand that people have insecurities, so I'm not even trying to shame anyone that gets anything done. But to me, the risk is just not worth it.
Yeah,
it's
the risk is what forces me to love myself.
and something's got to force you to love yourself.
Like I'm like, you know what, girl, you're not trying to die. That shit isn't that bad.
I mean, you have to
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a great thing to come out of that thought. And to just accept yourself for who you are.
Of course.
Understand that not everyone's going to look the same. You don't have to look like someone else.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm kind of glad in that, because I've never really liked my body. I think I grew up just like hating my body, and especially when I was younger. Right. Oh my God, because I was raised in like a white area, like Wigan. So that's like, I never saw black people. So the standard of beauty was white,
of course,
and it was very much. Like, I felt like I did not feel like beautiful at all. I wanted to bleach my skin.
Okay,
I think now I'm definitely more in tune with my skin. Like I love my skin now, but I think it's still the body standards. I'm still getting there.
I know, but the same journey you came on with your skin, you can have that with your body as well. The same. I didn't like my skin growing up. Do you know what I mean? I had a lot of issues there, but again, coming out the other side is a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
Take
Definitely.
time.
Love that. And you know what I do love as well in terms of like your content? The fact that you always repping Ghana.
Oh yeah,
Ghana, babe. And you know what? That thing I didn't even know it was you. There was that iconic song that you done with Chunkz and Flavor. Do you know, I saw a Link Up TV, I think it was this year.
Yeah, I think
and I was like, oh my God, Hemah was in that. I did not expect that. Guys, just for context, it's the song All Types of Breads.
All types of bread.
Hey, I got
my bread, butter bread, sugar bread,
tea bread, all types of bread. Listen, that was a jam.
Yeah, that was a bit of a jam back in the day. Yeah. I'm proud of it, but it's just like, it's just so old school.
Yeah. But I think it's
proud
iconic.
Of it. It's iconic.
It's one of those that you can't forget.
Right.
And it will always be relevant. Sort of thing. How did that even like come about? Because it was so random.
So me and my sisters had a barbecue, and late night at the barbecue, it was Quams and Flavs there, Mr. Silver, just all of these like funky, they were kind of more in funky house at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, so it wasn't just them, there was just like lots of friends, lots of family there.
It's like Ghanaians link up.
Well, yeah, I guess just a lot of our friends happened to be Ghanaian, and then we just got on the mic in the evening. Everyone was just passing around the mic doing stupid stuff, and that's what Quams and Flavs started doing. Then in the morning we're like, fuck it, let's just record it and then put it on Facebook, and then it just
that's mad. So it wasn't even planned.
No way.
Oh my God.
A song like that is planned.
That's true. I think that's the best type of songs though, when it's not planned. It just hits different. Where it's like
pure enjoyment, innit? You can hear it in the
all types of bread. What are you on?
What are you on? Okay, let's put that to the side now.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was a jam. But yeah, do you know what I really love about that as well? Because it was this idea of you guys repping Ghana, even when it wasn't cool to rep Africa back then. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, of course. Come on,
back
who doesn't
in
remember?
the days.
Yeah, who doesn't remember?
Do you get what I mean? I can't remember. I'm now living in an age where being African is cool.
It's cool.
I can't actually believe it, because I know when I first got here to this, because I wasn't born here. I was born in Nigeria. I was born in Nigeria, and I came here.
How old were you when you came here?
I was 10.
Okay.
And obviously, especially when I didn't even see Africans around. Right. And when I did see Africans around, I think it was very like uncool to be African.
Right.
And it was just very much like you had to not be a freshie. You had to change up your accent. Yeah. Like, how was that for you, just in general?
So I think everyone has a kind of similar story that they grow up and then what is cool is normally based on what's on TV at the time.
Yeah.
So there was a time when, you know, it was just like B2K and all these like bands. And so you'll see the girls in the music videos, you know, light-skinned girls and you know, pretty girls like that. And then you'd want to be that. And then time moves on, and then it's Sean Paul that's big, and Jamaica and whatever. And then you want to be Jamaican now. So I think a lot of people went through that process, and what kind of changed it for me is when I started secondary school and I met more Ghanaians. You're with more of your tribe now. When you find more of your people and you start speaking your language in class and cussing out other people and they don't understand you, but you got your peoples, we get it. We have similar names. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's like loving your skin, loving everything about yourself. You don't think that what is cool right now is always going to be the in thing, or the things that you don't like about yourself is always going to be something you have to hide or be ashamed of. You should really be proud of everything you are, but you learn that kind of later on in life. And now I feel like the kids of today, they're so proud, even overly proud of who they are. So we all go through it, but we'll come out on the other side like everything else.
Like I remember, I think there was this fear of not wanting to be a freshie, because I even remember like Africans that would come here and because they've lived a bit longer, and then when they see the new Africans, they'll be like, oh, you're a freshie, can you not even talk properly? And I just thought, that's so crazy. But like, it's really good, and we've got to big up like the Afrobeats for really, I think Afrobeats was one of the biggest pioneers for making being African cool. So we've got to big up the Wizkid, the Burna Boy, the Davido, like, because you guys really, they did something. But when you see white people say, oh yeah, no, I want to date black men because of Wizkid, like, that's cool, because back then, like, even like I had a friend where like we just used to cuss him out and call him Blick.
Oh, so you had a friend that used to call Blick in school?
Yeah, we thought it was a joke, but it actually got to him.
Of course.
It got to him so bad, because we found out recently that he actually started bleaching. But that's mad, because now I see it and I'm like, but being African is cool. Being dark is cool. In fact, chocolate is the best thing ever.
Melanin is a blessing. And the more you find out about melanin and how melanin is in so many amazing things and how much it benefits our skin, you'd learn to be proud of it, and you want your kids to now have as much melanin as possible. And you know what I mean, it's a treasure to be treasured, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Treasure to be treasured.
Treasure to be treasured. Because back in the day, I remember one time I was on the bus going to school. And one Ghanaian girl was on the bus and she was like saying, yeah, I want my daughter to be light skinned with green eyes and curly hair. And it was just like, do you know what I mean? We're on the bus going to school and you know what I mean? She's just talking loud and whatever. She's a dark skinned black girl. And the only way that's going to happen is if you marry a lighter man or a white man or something like that. And some people actually married certain people to have lighter children. That's mad, for the sole purpose of having lighter children. But do you know what I mean? Because they don't want their kids to go through what they went through.
Yeah, that's true.
So even you telling me about your friend that used to call Blick back in the day, there would be no surprise if he now wanted to make sure his kids don't have to suffer what he went through. So then he decided to get a girlfriend that wasn't black. Do you know what I mean?
It's so deep when you actually think about it. And like, I remember I dated a guy that was Asian, but he looks more white. He's very white passé. Like, he doesn't even look Asian at all. He's actually mixed race. He's half Asian, half Portuguese. And I remember he always used to, and this is recent, so like, just shows how deep it is. And he was basically, he would be telling me like, oh, our kids would be so beautiful, because obviously they would be light skinned and they would have big eyes and coloured eyes. And I was like, that's what I used to think when I was younger. And I used to be like, wait a minute, this is a grown ass man telling me that my kids will be beautiful just because they're light skinned.
I literally had the same experience.
Is it?
Yeah. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think because I like, it was like PTSD for me when he would say things like that. And I actually got to the point I had to be like, no, actually, I'm not with you because I want good looking kids. In fact, I actually want to be with a dark skinned man because I want my kids to look like me because I think I'm beautiful. Because what you're overtly saying is you don't actually find me beautiful.
Yeah, it's like you find the potential of what you could be and what we could make. And it's a fetishization that is really weird and like it's really weird. But I felt really proud of myself when I recognized that bias and I actually told him, I vocalized that. I was like, no, excuse me, they will be beautiful if I was with a dark skinned man or if I'm with a light skinned man. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, don't try to make it look like because you're lighter, my kids will be more beautiful. No, that's not the case at all.
But it's really sad. It's really sad because now imagine as kids when you don't know yourself and you genuinely believe that you are not beautiful.
It happens a lot, but again, I think that with the way we have so much representation, where we have so much more knowledge, if your child is dark skinned and doesn't feel themselves or is black and doesn't like being who they are, then I feel like it's up to the parents to just expose them to the actual beauty and actual truth of their skin. Like there's a lot to be proud of.
But I don't think it's just the parents that can do it. I think society as well. I think society is actually the biggest thing because I think our parents were very vocal about telling us how beautiful we were. I think we didn't feel it because we didn't see it around. So I think representation is very important and society actually recognizing that. I think that's really important because you find a lot of people find their identity within society. So like I know people say it's your parents and I think no, your parents can tell you you're beautiful all day long, but if society doesn't tell you, you're really gonna struggle.
Do you know what? It's like I've heard so many different stories of how parents kind of contribute to those kind of insecurities. So one girl I met, she told me that her mum actually made her bleach.
Oh wow.
Some girls, they find the bleaching creams from their mum's room.
Oh wow.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So some people get their insecurities from the older generations that they're around, and even like little things like when you go on holiday and you've come back darker, the way some your mum might tell you, oh, you've gone dark.
Gone a bit,
like you've gone a bit. Not saying my mum did that to me, but I'm just saying that I've seen it happen so many times. Like, oh, you've gone a bit dark, like, and they say it in a negative way. So little things can be passed on, and they can just make things worse without you even knowing. But when I say that parents can really help, I'm even just talking about the education and just like even the kind of pictures you have in your house.
That's true.
Who's on your wall? Like, is it a white person that you're exalting everywhere, or do you have pictures of great black leaders?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are your children watching growing up?
That is so true.
And I'm so conscious of that, and I can't wait to create children who just love everything about themselves, know themselves deeply, because the first 7 years of a child's life is the most pivotal, and it's when you can really mold them as a child. So yeah, man. Parents can do a lot.
Yeah, now that you said it, I think now actually the idea of having pictures of great leaders that look like you as well, I think, that's actually very true. Because I think growing up, our parents didn't think they needed to. They're
likely to have Jesus.
Yeah, the white man.
The white Jesus up on the wall more than anything. Yeah. And so it's just like, even without knowing, they're sowing some seeds. But again, I feel like a lot of our generations have woken up and won't do the same. So I think those problems are decreasing over time.
Yeah, that's true. But let's talk about dating our melanin then.
Hey.
Let's talk about dating the melanin men, specifically the Ghanaian men.
Right.
Do you date Ghanaian men?
I have only dated 1.5 Ghanaian men because I dated a guy who's fully Ghanaian, and I dated a guy that was half Ghanaian, and that's it.
Okay.
And I haven't dated a Ghanaian man since, and that was a very long time ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Is there a reason?
Not because I don't like Ghanaian men. It's just I just haven't met a Ghanaian man that
blew
I've
your mind
since. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the men that I dated that were Ghanaians were great men.
Yeah. What was your experience with Ghanaian men?
Okay, so experience, because only one of them was full Ghanaian. This was so long ago. I can't really comment on him back then, because you see, when men are like 18, 19, they're still quite young. Well, when anyone is 18, 19, they're still quite young. So you can't kind of speak negatively of their character, even if they broke your heart. Do you know what I mean? So he was just a typical like fuck boy, didn't take me seriously, had other girls or whatever, blah blah blah. But then even I made my own mistakes. Why are you being loyal to someone that never called you his girlfriend, who you knew had other girls, like all that other shit? So I can't really comment on that now that I've grown up and looked back and been like, you know, we were just kids. So I can't even say it's something of any kind of significance, really. Yeah. But yeah, he's grown to be a great guy as far as I know. Okay. And then the other guy, I don't know. Last time I heard he was in jail, so... So
you had great taste when growing up.
I mean, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Yeah. You live and you learn. But yeah, Ghanaian men though, like talking about the men in my family and stuff like that, they are... Actually, do you know what? Let me not talk about Ghanaian men as a whole, because I feel like the men in my family and some of the Ghanaian men I've met in life are just too different.
Is it? Yeah. What would you say your Ghanaian men, the one in your family, what are they like?
They are go-getters. They do great things. Like one of them owns a restaurant. He's got quite a few chains. One of them has his own
gym. Oh, nice.
Properties. Another one is an art dealer. Like,
oh, nice.
Do you know what I mean? Just like I look at my male cousins and I'm just so proud of them. Oh. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, they're great.
Would you ever like go back to Ghana, like to date like Ghanaian men in Ghana?
I have no problem with that. Like, I have no problem with that. Again, in this life, don't be so close to different options of men, innit? Like, to me, the closer to home, the better. Having a Ghanaian man would be a bit ideal, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Sorry. I feel like I'm. Do you know what? Because I like similarities, but then sometimes I also like differences. Because when you're dating someone who's outside of Ghana, you also learn a lot about other countries, other languages, other foods. So I do really enjoy that. For me, as long as he's African, it's good enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that like a thing? Like, do you only date African men?
No, because I've dated outside of that. I've dated outside of my race at times, but now, as I'm getting older, I'm just understanding that the closer to home, the better for me. Yeah.
No, I hear that.
What about you?
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, like in terms of in regards to the African, I actually think we UK women, we need to start considering dating
back home,
right? Because our dating pool is terrible.
Right.
And we all know it, but no one's doing anything about it. All of us are just complaining. We're complaining.
What do you think the problem is?
It's the economy. The economy. No, I know that for sure. I feel like the economy it's ruined gender roles. It's made women more masculine. It's made men more feminine, where they just don't care anymore. I don't think men want to protect and provide for women anymore because life is hard for them. Right. You know, like they're struggling.
You don't think they want to? I think a lot of men will want to.
I think they want to. But I think because society has choked them so much, they've got to that space now where like they don't even care anymore too. They don't even try to keep the image of it. Like I put example, I posted something on my story where like I was like, oh, someone come and take me, fly me out. Not even fly me out. I said, someone come and take me out of the UK. And there was like foreign guys messaging me saying, oh, I'll take you, right? And like the UK men that replied to my story, they were like, I cannot believe, because I posted the people that replied, they were like, I cannot believe some men, like losers, actually said they're gonna fly you out. I think UK men have got to that point where it's like they're proud of not wanting to be a man. Like, isn't that a manly thing to think, you know what, I can fly a girl out?
I really think it depends on the kind of guys that you are around and the kind of guys who you're speaking to. So I don't know those few guys that said like, oh, why would you want to fly a girl out? Because there are some guys who think that doing anything nice for a girl is a dickhead thing. Yeah. However, that's I don't even really know guys like that.
Yeah.
The guys I know, they feel a sense of pride in taking care of their other half.
Yeah.
They like they want to, even if they can't, they want to. And you'll see a lot of men kind of act like they have money and sometimes go beyond their means to take girls to places or to buy certain things or whatever. So I think it's just a big mixture of people.
Yeah,
I think it's unfortunate all round.
Do you know what it is? Do you know why I say that? I definitely think we should start looking to go back home, because I went to Ghana. I went to Ghana last year, December, and honestly, even if they're not rich, the Ghanaian men that I experienced, even if they're not rich, they had this cape that they just wanted to wear for you all the time.
Right.
Like, even if they didn't have money, it's even their just time. They just wanted to kind of be the man. Like, even if they can just walk you downstairs, or do you know what I mean? Like, I remember there was one Ghanaian guy, because I was looking for tourist attractions. He was like, I'll take you around. And he offered, he's like 2 days, like taking me to all these places. He had a scooter, bless him. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And he was like, I'll take you to all these places. Like, he took me to like El Minacaso. And it was just so nice to think that, you know what, it wasn't the richest guy. And I even gave him money, because I was just like, bro, you took out 2 days of work. I have to pay you. You know what I mean? But just that idea that you didn't even know me. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what I've noticed with the difference between the UK men and like maybe Ghanaian men. They are just willing, like, even if they're like busy, they will just open time for you. But UK men, because life is just so tough.
I mean, life is tough for all of us, so yeah, I can't even blame them. But I've never gone abroad yet and dated someone. The only time I've gone on a date abroad yet, the guy was actually from the UK. So I can't really comment on how guys outside of the UK treat other girls. I mean, I know girls that go on holiday and stuff, and they'll come back and they'll say similar things to what you say, like, oh, when I went to America, guys like this, guys like that, blah, blah. I haven't done an American
Have you ever been to Ghana?
Yeah, I've been to Ghana.
Oh, okay.
I've been to America, but I haven't, like, when I was in Ghana, I was doing up third wheel. My sister was the one going out on dates and stuff like that, and I was just enjoying the fruits of her labor, which I actually enjoy. It's sometimes nice to be a third wheel, you know, because you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't really like the guy. You're just letting him take you places. Yeah. And I don't have to suffer, you know, like holding his hand or anything. I'm just in the back, just letting the girls go to work.
But you're missing out though if you've not actually been courted by a Ghanaian man. I think they really make you feel like a woman.
I mean, I never experienced that, and I've never really seen anyone experience something so fantastic either. Like, when I hear of these things, it sounds like a fairy tale.
I know, it was like a fairy tale. That's when I went to Africa, because I did go to Nigeria and Ghana. Honestly, I felt like, this is not real. Right. Like, what the hell? Why would you take out 2 days of your day to come and take me for tourism? Like, that makes no sense. And it was just even the little thing. Like, one Ghanaian guy, bless him, he packed my bags because I was going to the airport. Cute. I was thinking, this is not real. Like, you're not even, and he wasn't even trying to, like,
that's cute,
flirt with me. It was just somebody I knew, like a friend, and he was just like, I just want to take care of you. And you know what they kept saying? Because I appreciated everything, because I'm not used to men doing so much. I kept saying, oh my God, thank you. They were like,
stop saying thank you.
They were surprised that I was like grateful, because they're used to Ghanaian women that don't like appreciate them.
Yeah, it sounded like everyone should just date from a different country and just like learn to enjoy each other. Yeah, I mean, everyone will figure it out. Yeah. As you get older, you travel more, so I'm sure people will be able to find babes from other countries. Yeah,
but I think one thing that's stopping a lot of UK women, I think a lot of people are scared of this whole, he's going to use me for passport.
Damn.
I think it's a big thing, because I know even like when I see like Africans come to the UK and they want to date UK women, they always get the same thing where they say, oh, she thinks I want to use her for passport.
Right.
And I always think of that logic. I used to think that to myself. Don't get me wrong. Like back then, when an African man that just come to the country wants to date me, I'd be like, is he trying to use me for passport? Which is a valid reason. It's a valid thing to think about. However, when I think about it, you're single anyways. The UK men that do have the passport, some of them aren't giving you what you want. So if a guy that is giving you what you want and is being lovely to you, he might be using you for passport, but you can enjoy and see how it goes. Do you get what I mean? Because unless you know for sure he's using for passport, you can just leave, right? But if this guy is blowing your mind, is doing everything that you really want, like you can't even fault him, and you feel like he's genuinely great, what's stopping you from just seeing how it goes? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I think the girls that I know that I've dated, like African men, they haven't dated men that would need a passport from them.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I don't know if there's a certain type of guy who may need to use you for a passport, but there are some guys who are international doing their thing already, and you meet them. So it's not like you need to now use this specific girl to get into the country. And at this point, I think we're trying to get out of here.
True.
So I'm not being using you to get out.
That's
your
true.
house, and you know what I mean, what you got over there, like how many passports do you got?
That is true.
Yeah, coming over here ain't all that.
Yeah, no, that is so true. But in terms of even going back, another thing I've been thinking that we should start doing as well, going back for talents, like in terms of your creativity, because when I was back in Ghana, I have like a couple comedian friends. Okay. One like it's called Made in Ghana. Okay. 4950, I think that's his name. 49. Wait, let me see his name.
So your friend that you don't know his name?
3940.
Okay.
There you go. Well, he's not my friend. I got introduced to him, but they were lovely people, and obviously they do their thing in terms of comedians and skits. And honestly, it's big out there. Like,
so 4930. I'll check him out.
No, 3940. I know it's confusing.
Okay,
his name is 3940.
I'll check it out.
And Made in Ghana. Okay, check them out.
They're
treated like celebs.
Really?
Because they took me out. They just.
Oh, when did you go Ghana?
Like in December last year.
Okay, so this is very recent.
Yeah.
Okay, was that your first time?
Yeah, in Ghana. Yeah.
And when was the last time you went back to Nigeria?
That was my second time. So I went to Nigeria and Ghana in the same like period.
Okay.
But that was my second time in Nigeria since I've moved to the UK.
So how was the experience of Ghanaian men and Nigerian men like when you went back? Oh
yeah, I wanted to talk about that actually. Yeah, I would say I prefer Nigerian men.
Okay, why?
Because as much as I love, Ghanaian men give you a lot of their time.
Okay.
And they want to spend time with you. It's so lovely. They're so sweet. I'll say they're more sweeter than Nigerian men.
I feel like I already know what she's about to say. I already feel like they give you time and they're sweet and they're loving. Go on, finish it.
Love.
There's a lot of love, and I love the amount of love they can give.
Nigerian men are the enjoyment in Nigeria. Right. It's not something. It's like the enjoy. I'm telling you, they're throwing money in the club.
So it's money.
It's not money. I think it's just being able to do more.
Money allows experiences. So when you're saying being able to do more, it's the money that allows you to do more. I'm not saying it as a problem. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like money.
I think I just like that Nigerian men are more go-getters. They're more, because when I looked at like even speaking to the men in Ghana and the men in Nigeria, I felt like they weren't trying to do more. Like, I think when you speak to a Nigerian man, you'd be like, I need to jackpot. Like, a Nigerian man is always thinking about what next to do.
Right,
they're always looking for this. They're like, this business and that business and that business. I think the Ghanaian men, they were too chilled.
Yeah, they're very chill. They take life easy. Which is why when you asked me about my experience with Ghanaian men, obviously, like I said, I haven't really dated that many. Yeah. But some of the Ghanaian men in my family are like literally saying owning restaurants, doing this, doing that. But I can't speak for the wider. Yeah. Because from what I hear, that's not. Do you know what I mean? And then even just looking at people, so that's some of my male cousins, but just looking at some of my family members as a whole. Yeah. That kind of go-getter spirit that I've seen certain Nigerians have, I can't see it as much even in my own family, even within myself. So I'm not surprised that you're saying that right now.
Because even one of the guys that was trying to flirt with me, he was like the manager of the airport.
Ooh. All right.
And obviously he was earning well, like he was doing well. And I was speaking to him about like his plans, and he was like, we're learning from the Nigerians. I'm thinking, that's not what you say. What you mean we're learning from the Nigerians? You're a whole king. And I think that kind of put me off a little bit, because I'm just like, surprised. What do you mean we're learning from you're a manager of an airport, you want to take over the airport. That's the way you should be telling me. You want to own the airport. But I feel like, I think that's what, when I spoke to the Ghanaian men, they seem to kind of limit themselves. Right. When I saw them, I was like, but you're amazing. Like, what do you mean?
I think it's really important that we make it clear that it's literally not just Ghanaian men, because I have aunties that I can hear and say the same thing.
Oh, really?
Where, do you know what I mean, they've opened like a small shop and that's it.
Oh, so you think even in the women as well?
I mean, I think one thing I like about Ghanaians, I like our kind of chilled and relaxed nature, because in certain ways it's great, but when it comes to like business and getting shit done like that, again, a problem even within my own self. Chilled, relaxed, comfortable. You know, if God willing,
I don't think you're chilled. You seem to be a go-getter.
I think these days I'm trying a lot harder, but I've been quite comfortable. I've been really comfortable. Too comfortable. Yeah. So I'm trying to make sure I do as much, because, you know what I mean, when you're trying to get ahead in this life, you have to first look at yourself and what you're not doing. And that's what I've started to do. And I know where I learned my chilled, relaxed, taking it easy nature from. From this part. It's deep within my culture. I love Ghanaians, so let me just put that out there. I love my people with all my heart.
I love that. So would you ever go back to Ghana, like in terms of your creative stuff, to be a celeb in Ghana?
Would I go back to be a celeb? Thing is, I want to go back regardless.
Okay, like to live.
I definitely want to have a house there. Well, we already have houses there, but in terms of making sure I have my own place where my kids can go. And, do you know what I mean? It's great to have a space there. It's great to have make sure you have your passport from your homeland.
But in terms of like connecting with the creators out there,
I have no problem with it. Like I'll connect with anyone, just as long as they're actually good at what they do. That's my only like criteria. I don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't care where you're from or what you're doing, as long as you do it well, and I feel like we can naturally work with each other. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot more money for creators out there.
Really?
In Africa. Yeah.
Really?
Seriously.
In Ghana, the money out there is more.
Yeah.
And you're sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because I think maybe because what I saw with the creators, like the creators didn't work.
Okay.
Like my friend made in Ghana, that was his job. His full-time job was skits comedian. Because he was confused that I worked. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, like I have a show, but like it's not where I need to be. He was like, no brand sponsors, no. I'm like, I get that, but it's for them, it's like skits comedy, sorry. It's such a big thing out there where they are literally on the same level. They're celebs. As in people.
How many followers do these people have?
Wait, let me see Made in Ghana. I think he has quite a lot of followers. And that's another thing, because they have numbers. They have more followers than we would have. Well, let's see. Yeah, so he's got 379k followers.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah. But there is really big. As in like, he would just get everything free entry, and people are screaming his name. Oh wow! It was serious.
All right, I might have to try it out, go down there, see what's going on. But yeah, I'm open to anything.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that. I didn't know that the money was flowing out there.
I didn't know either until I was there, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. Nice. But yeah, in terms of your comedy, I love your humor, and I think I've seen some people say like it's similar to. Because like the Gemma K series that you did, people were saying that it's similar to Ross from Friends.
Really?
Because I think when you'd be like, I think it was like, you know when Ross does this, I'm fine. And like, you do that a lot in your skits where they'll be like, yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, that kind of vibe, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's just very, just that, what would you say, nonchalant?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's just that like...
sarcasm.
Yes, that sarcasm, that, I can't describe it, but I know the face I'll make when I do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, do you watch Friends?
not like religiously. If it's on, I watch it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's not like I got any of my ideas from watching Friends. I can't say that.
Because I wanted to just have a quick chat about Friends. Because
we can talk about Friends.
I'm a big fan of Friends.
Yeah, Friends was great.
Who would you say was your favorite character?
Phoebe. I really do. I like Phoebe because I like her. What's her nature? She's just so carefree.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of person I'm attracted to. Like, I love people who are so free within themselves.
Yeah.
But in terms of the character, I'm more like, I think I'm a bit of a Monica, especially when it comes to cleaning.
Oh, really?
And organization and just trying to be on like time or certain things like that. So when someone's not like that around me, like even like dating, if I'm dating a guy who isn't as neat as me, or oh my days, it irritates my soul.
Is it? Yeah. See, I love Phoebe as well. Right. It's that song. Do you know the song?
Cats.
The Monica.
Oh.
Monica. Have a lovely Annika.
Oh yeah. I don't know off by heart, but I do. Yeah. Of course you do.
Yeah, I do. So Santa Claus, he said hello to Ross. Please tell Joey Christmas will be snowy. Yeah, no, that's my favorite of all time. I feel like you're not really a Friends stan like me.
I definitely am not impressed. I'm not impressed. Like, there's for me, you know, my wife and kids. That kind of, I'm more of a travel TV type babe. Yeah, Friends is great, but it's not something I've ever watched religiously. I would never say that. Yeah. I feel like I can't fan out the way I want to. Yeah. Which I was singing that song, I'm like,
she's just looking at me like,
yeah, sounds great.
But like what I do want to touch on though, you are very family oriented in your content,
right?
So I saw that you make content with your sisters. What do you guys call it? It's the Watchy girls?
The Kwachi girls. So my last name is Kwachi. So yeah, you got it. You almost got it.
Kwachi.
So my last name is Kwachi.
It's because I like Watchy.
Watchy's delicious. Yeah, so that's kind of how you say it. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of spelled the same.
Yeah. How is that, like, creating content with your sisters and stuff?
Creating content with my sisters, you just get a lot of our real personalities in there. And it's just like, we argue a lot, so sometimes we'll be filming and we don't even really like each other in that moment, but it's just like, bro, we're here now, so just fucking do it.
Is it?
But we do like each other, but it's only three girls in the house, so, do you know what I mean?
And like, obviously one of your sister, Brenia, she's an artist. Yeah. How is that, like, in terms of having a sister as an artist? Do you ever feel like, do people ever like compare you to say like, oh, she's in the music world, you're in the comedy world? Is there ever any comments?
I think that we kind of complement each other.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? If I've got something that I can use her songs for, I'll use it. If she needs me to be in her video, which I have been, and play a certain character.
Yeah, I see. You're always featuring in her music videos, and so she's in your skits.
We only like compliment each other. We just do each other favors, and it's also nice to have someone who's in the same kind of industry as you, because I mean, those kind of worlds cross over, and we can go to events together.
Yeah,
we know who's cool, who's not cool, who's this, who's that.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that must be nice, because I think the creative world is very lonely.
It can be, yeah.
And I think some people don't realize the work you have to do by yourself. And I think you having sisters that in that field, it would be that support, really.
I think it's really important, if you're going to be in that creative field, to have your real friends, like your old school friends. Yeah. You don't have to just have friends that understand your world completely. Like, of course it's nice to, but you also see people make friends in the creative world for the sake of like, okay, cool, what do you do? What do you have? What can I do with you? And you know, sometimes it's great to collab, but then also it's nice to have genuine friendships. So I'll always tell people that it's great to know your friends before you even become big.
That's true.
It's a great thing.
Because I think a lot of creators, that's what they say, that they're lonely, because I think everyone's trying to make friends in that creative space, but you're not really friends. Really, it's your friends that are really going to give you the support that you need, like your actual friends. So I think that's a very important thing. But in terms of like sisters, obviously we all have sisters, we all have siblings. Obviously, because you create content, do you guys like have arguments, like where you're like, oh, I can't be bothered with you. Do you know what I mean?
All the time. Like sometimes it comes out in the actual thing we film. So we have a TikTok page called the Kwachi Girls. Go check it out.
Yeah,
that's where we put most of our content, and you can see in like someone's face, like today this person's not on it. This like normally it's my older sister. She's like might not be in the mood. She didn't want to play this game.
Yeah,
so we were all meant to film at this time, and everyone's late and So it's like I try to keep up the energy. Do you know what I mean? Brenya also, because she's in that world, she knows how to keep up the energy. But my older sister, who a lot of people love because her mood reflects how the whole UK's mood is half the time.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's not as much in that kind of space, like getting on camera to do things is not really her vibe.
Yeah, I think she's quite new into that content creation space.
She's got so much potential to do great things, but
yeah,
but her personality works great with what we do regardless.
Yeah, but do you guys like fight over like clothes, like wearing each other's clothes and stuff?
Now we're kind of all like different body shapes and body sizes. So back in the day, but now, and we all have different styles. Like my older sister would always get on to Brenya for the kind of thing she'll wear, like, oh, like look how short that skirt is. Like I mean, like some of the skirts that certain girls are wearing these days, it doesn't even cover your bum. I mean, and I get that's the fashion, but I mean, at a certain point, you're not gonna wear these kind of things. So, and then where Brenya would look at my older sister and be like, oh yeah, you're a grandma, and I don't want to wear your granny clothes anyway. Kind of vibe. So,
But what's like the maddest fight? Because I'll tell you about me and I don't want to talk about my sister, because me and my sister are not really cool. So whatever I say today, she might take it too personal.
Okay, so let's not do that.
But let's not do that. But my brother, me and him have been fighting since the beginning of time. Right. And I remember like the one fight that I can never forget. It was the pettiest thing. I don't even understand. And I think siblings, we all have this petty fight. I think it was one day, I gave my brother a do-rag. I bought him a do-rag, and then I decided I wanted to take pictures with it, because I don't know why. I just thought, I want to take pictures. And then he said no. I was like, but I bought it for you. Why would you say no? And then he was just like, well, go and get your own. I was like, but I gave it to you. And I lost my mind, and I was like, you know what, I want it back. So I took it back off him. And then I don't know how it escalated, but escalated to him throwing my clothes down the stairs. And I was like, what? And then I threw his clothes outside the house.
Okay, so you took it further.
Yeah. And it got really bad. Like we fought, like hands, like. Right, and I think that's so crazy, because when you think about it, that was such a stupid argument.
Yeah, very, very stupid argument. But I mean, fighting over clothes, fighting over food.
Yeah.
I think one thing we definitely argue about is food.
Yeah.
Because, and even this pissed me off with my sister today, So I've gone to the shop and I've bought organic something, and you've bought a non-organic whatever. Don't use my organic one then. Use your one. Do you know what I mean? That's the little things, especially my older sister. She loves to get some like expensive organic corn-fed farm bread. Like she really cares about that stuff. So don't use my soap. Don't eat my food. Don't drink my drink. Because when you've paid the extra to get the organic this that you don't want someone eating your stuff. So we argue about stuff like that. I think one thing I do remember is like back in the day when we'll be going to school, when my older sister would drive, if we've had beef with her, she wouldn't let us in the car. She'll drive, and literally she'll drive past us while me and my sister are getting on a bus for 45 minutes to school while she's driving, and she'll leave us behind. But
you seem so over it. Like
it was a long time ago, so we forgive and we move on.
You let it go. I hear that. And also, do you know what I love the most? Your mother, Auntie Mary.
Yes.
Oh, she is so adorable. Like, how did you even convince your mom to start doing skits with you?
My mom is just super supportive. Like she just loves to see her kids happy. Oh. And I think she really became that way after my dad died. Like sometimes when your parent passes, like your child's happiness becomes a really big thing to you. So I think that's what kind of made my mum to that person. So she just wants to see me happy. She sees the kind of like attention that I get from it, because she gets it too. Like when people see her out now, they're all bigging her up and they're like, oh my God, I see you. And she's really seeing how far it goes. So yeah, that makes her super supportive of everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. And like, I can imagine just having that support, but I can imagine when you live with your mum, there would be annoying things that they do where it's just like, oh my God. Like, I remember when I used to live with my mum. To be fair, I think when I became older, my mom became less strict. But when I was younger, she was strict as hell. But I actually, when I was thinking about it, I actually appreciate that they were strict.
Right.
Because it made us very innovative. We were creative.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one day I snuck out because she went to work. Me and my sister, we went out to a party. And we had to get back before she comes back from work the next day.
Oh, wow.
But we were late. So the next day comes, we were late. Me and my sister decided that we're going to tell her we went to the library. And I don't know how we passed it off. We found a book somewhere, put it in our bags.
Crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Change
amazing.
And I think I actually appreciated that.
Right,
Even though it was
right.
annoying, like, I should have just been able to go to a party. But I think about it, life wouldn't have been fun.
Yeah, it won't be as fun. Struggle builds character. And again, it makes for great skits. It makes for great stories.
Exactly.
So you can't complain, can you?
Yeah, no, you really can't. Like, do you have any like stories of the stuff that you went through?
So when it comes to my mum, do I have any stories where she was super strict? It was so long ago because my dad died when we were really young, innit? So my mum's been a bit of a softie for a while now. So anything where she was strict, like it was when I was super young, like when I was like in primary school.
But there's no flashbulb memory, that one story that just sticks in your brain.
Well, what I love, is so when I'll do something wrong and like I was gonna get in trouble or I thought my mom was gonna beat me or something, all I had to do was run and climb my bunk bed. She couldn't climb.
Yeah.
So I would just chill there.
What you gonna do now?
What you gonna do now? I would look at her in the bunk bed like, yeah, come get me if you can. Do you know what I mean? So, and again, that's the struggle that builds the character.
Yeah.
Hopefully when I'm about to beat my children, we have
Get some ladders, all right? Listen, I'll come there.
I'll come get your ass. Yeah, no. Great times, man. Great times.
No, it was fun, wasn't it? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's bring it to an end. This has been fun. It's been
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. But I do like to finish with an activity.
Okay.
Obviously, you and your sisters do the general knowledge question.
Yeah.
So I believe you should be a general knowledge champ. So we're gonna test your general knowledge.
Let's go.
Are you ready for this?
Wow.
Right. So the question is, what everyday item was originally called the whirlwind before its name was changed?
Everyday item called the whirlwind.
Yeah, before its name was changed.
What would be called a whirlwind?
A whirlwind. Whirlwind. Try and guess.
See, if I'm thinking about a whirl, all I can think about is like a toilet flushing. That's the only thing I can think about, circulating, or a washing machine.
Another guess.
Look.
It's a vacuum cleaner.
I guess
mind.
but it's more of a suction, but it is a suction through a whirl. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I guess
Okay,
I know. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Imagine.
That's a really good question, though.
Isn't
Do you have another?
No, I only had one.
Oh, I was like, okay, cool. I got that one wrong, but the next time I'll get it right.
One bag, we're gonna finish it off.
Okay, cool. Well, it's all right, man. I'll do better next time.
Yeah. Sorry, she's not this master that we thought she was.
Listen, if you check out the content, I'm great at doing. What am I great at? I'm great at picture picture games. So there'll be a catchphrase. Yeah, I'm great at catchphrase.
Yeah, you're
games.
good at that. I saw that.
If you was gonna test me, you should have put a catchphrase game. I would have knocked it out of the park.
Lol. Well, maybe we'll see. Maybe next time. Maybe. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. That was very relatable. You know, a bit of nostalgia in there.
Why not? Guys,
I want to see your comments. What did you think about this episode? Do you have any questions for Hemah? Did you enjoy it? Guys, Did you? I'm lit. Of course you enjoyed it. Of course. Have you got any final things to say?
Just, keep on supporting, keep on watching. We've got great things coming. We don't stop.
Love that.
That's what we do.
Love that. Guys, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.